Welcome back, everyone, to yet another Hearts of Iron 4 Fallout Old World Blues Enclave Reborn. This time, we are gonna expand, finally. We've dealt with our internal problems, well, sort of, not entirely, but it is time to start taking over other parts of the wasteland. So, first things first, we get Joshua Graham, the Birdman, seeks vengeance against the Legions. Yes. Killing our enemies is just a chore like any other. So we get the unit leader, Joshua Graham, who's skill 6. And, you know, he's pretty fucking good. To be H. So, you know, maybe it's actually a good idea to put him as a unit leader. Well, Bear of Artillery, though. Bear of Artillery sounds real nice. So we're gonna switch around like this. You know, eventually he's going to get traits of some kind. We get the Brahmin Barons in the Vault City restrict suffrage. So they're trying to restrict, you know, which people can vote. Let me explain why that's illegal. Because you implemented the Voting Rights Act, Lynette can't play these little games. Alright, and then the funniest thing. Communist uprising is brewing. There's, like, no text. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but it's hilarious. It's a, you know, we must be prepared for the Red Menace. It activates the mission. Communist uprising. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. So the communist uprising. Unless we stop them, the communists will not rise up against America. And to complete communism must be defeated forever. Which is absolutely hilarious, to say the least. Anyways, we are still implementing free elections, which is going to remove unstable government. Afterwards, we can build up the infrastructure of Great America. Actually, no more need for these, like, fortifications. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, just gotta improve the infrastructure a little bit of everywhere. So I'm gonna sort of, I'm gonna queue that up. I wish that you could just improve the infrastructure of every province with a click of some kind, but that's not how it works. This is also gonna increase our resource income, which is nice. But yeah, the Great Infrastructure Program begins now. Well, not exactly now, but in a bit. So yeah, here we go. Did we miss anything? Well, yeah, the gay islands, but no one cares about the islands. Yeah, we're gonna do that later. However, the big choice after free election for us is gonna be uniting the states of America. So with control of California and Nevada, we can begin the hard work of freeing the rest of our great nation. And perhaps some others. So, and perhaps some others refers obviously to Canada and Mexico. So, we could take a nation reborn right now, but we are going to go ahead and get uniting the states of America, like, right now. Because this is going to give us political power, and it's going to give us access to either the Gannon Doctrine or as firm as granite. And we're going to take a look at that when the time comes. So, yes, right now for us, it's going to be about rebuild infrastructure, boys. There we go. It's only for 90 days, so we're not actually going to get that much infrastructure out of it. Alrighty then. No need for this. There we go. So how long is it going to take to get one infrastructure? Yeah, 1 month. So we're going to get 6 levels, which is how much? 3% legitimacy, which is not bad. So we're going to click that. That's very good. Whispers of Hope. Despite our precarious situation, there are those who have taken to our American dream. Whispers of a new dawn are spoken with no NCR loyalists are in the room. Oh yeah, right, it's this one again. I do like political power. You'll see why later. It's actually very useful. So one thing that I kind of want to see is How many people on our borders are tribals? Now, you may be asking yourself, why the hell is that? And also, how many of these people are settlers, and how many of them are raiders, and how many of them are... what was the other one? So there's like settlers, right? Which is this one. This is also a settler. Even though, you know, it's Shoshone Nation. So you'd think it's a tribal, but no. There's also a settler. Yeah, okay, so... because uniting the States of America, which we are about to accomplish, or at least, you know, say that we're going to accomplish, leads off into this decision. So, settler and tribal nations, with the Gannon Doctrine, can be incorporated peacefully into the United States of America. Now, just checking that we can conquer these guys. What about these guys? Slightly more annoying to conquer people nations. Because when you select these two, now obviously, as firm as granite, you know, unlocks the ability to teach raiders and tribals that freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Sounds pretty great, you know. However, the Gannon Doctrine unlocks the ability to use America's couriers to incorporate settler and tribal nations into the United States of America. Now, this does not sound as fun. However, you can still justify on people if you take the Gannon Doctrine. You can still justify on them. For example, Portmont, if we wanted to, we could just, you know, justify to conquer, and in 5 months we'd be ready. Which is slower, I've checked, than the time you take to get the little thing with the as firm as granite. However, at the same time, as firm as granite does not actually give you the ability to annex settler nations or tribes, although you do get to annex tribes, right? So, like, for example, Klamath would just be sitting there. Same with Shoshone Nation, because despite the fact that they look like tribals, they're actually, like, you know, they're actually settlers. So they'd just be sitting there. We'd just get war goals on, like, Port Maw or something like that. For example, the cause as well would just remain there. So we'd just annex Port Maw and there'd be Klamath just sitting in the middle of it. You know? Are you a tribal? Yeah. Or you're a raider, actually. You're a raider. Yeah. Are you a raider? You are a raider. Shitty robots. Yeah, essentially, the whole thing just gives you the ability to civilize some tribals. And kill raiders. But the other one gives you the ability to annex, for example, Klamath peacefully, as well as the Shoshone Nation in Eastport. And probably New Hammond, because it only works with neighboring people. You're a puppet of Heaven's Gate. You're also a puppet of Heaven's Gate, are you? No. So we'd be able to, like, take all these people peacefully. It would cost a lot of political power and time, but, you know, it is possible to unite a bunch of the wasteland free, you know, pretty much for free, with the Gannon Doctrine. However, I do like murdering people. America's beset by enemies, foreign and domestic. Let's do this. So yeah, this is going to give us war goals on a bunch of our neighbors. Now, first and foremost, I think the Vipers would be good to take out, because they're kind of sitting there in the middle of nowhere. Also, it's going to give us civilization on Port Maw. And actually, Port Maw only has 13 divisions. So, perhaps Port Maw sounds like the best person to deal with first. Let us go, boys. The Maw. Here we go. Of course, he's really big. We could just pair drop into like his capital. Could we? Because the Prodigal Sons over here, they're still a pair drop able division. So yeah. Arroyo. No, not 250 transports. 1 transport. Wait, what? Okay, you can pair drop. What? These guys can pair drop? Are you insane? But there's infantry in there. Nah, that must be just wrong. It's not saying anywhere whether I can pair drop them or not. Okay. Sure, whatever. Anyway. What? What? You cannot assign the... Oh, right. Okay, well, we have our answer. It's not pair droppable. Where's my Air Force? Well, 200. That airfield only has 200 guys that can be stationed. It's okay. No need for any more. Alrighty then. Upgrade the energy weapons. There we go. Okay, we can actually also get a volunteer army, which is gonna remove the -15 division attack deficit. Sounds pretty good. Let's take the volunteer army, even though it's expensive. Whatever, it's also gonna give us a bunch of manpower because, yeah, that's just a lot of manpower, which means that we can train more rapid response divisions. There we go. That's quite good. Also more Enclave auxiliaries. Manpower is going to be slowly trickling in. Communist uprising! To the president's great surprise, 8 a.m. 17th of August, 2283 saw no communist uprising. Odd. Perhaps the communists are more devious than we feared. So that's because we, quote-unquote, failed the communist uprising mission. So we can either say, we'll be waiting, commies come, or, hey, we have taken things too far. No, we'll be waiting, commies come, of course. There's also another absolutely hilarious event that, actually, what is this? Arroyo. Doesn't seem like I'm actually building any infrastructure up there. Oh, because 6 is Arroyo and Temple of Trials. There we go. Arroyo, Temple of Trials, and 6s, and like Crescent, and Auric. And Northern Reaches. Here we go. So prioritize those first, I'd say. There we go. We took as firm as granite, and now, as you can see, we can bring fire and blood to the Jackals, which are these guys, the Vipers, which are these guys, the 80s, which are these guys. However, they are guaranteed by Legion, Sky Reavers, and Port Maw. As you can see, all of these are gangsters. And once we take over Port Maw, we're going to be bordering Heaven's Gate. Now, Heaven's Gate is interesting because we get a war goal on them through our national focus tree, but I'm going to want to wait to fight them. So, yeah. Anyway, let us bring Fire and Fury to Port Maw. Plus 50 political power, and it gains us the Annex War Gold in 5 days. Afterwards, I'm gonna get some war goals on the Jackals as well, and then I'm gonna see about the other people. As you can see, no war goals on like Klamath or Shoshone Nation, so they're gonna be kind of weird stains on our borders. All right. So we got those. Wait, what? You can continuously take the decision and it's not gonna do anything, but that's hilarious. Anyway, declare war. Hello then. Let's pair drop. And, ooh, robots! He's got robots. How interesting. There we go. Let us push into their territory. What are their units like? Not good. Very good. I wonder if he like tries to fight me there, but no, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, and yeah, obviously the robots are gonna do their thing and try to be robots. But whatever. Wait, why are you not pair dropping? Do I not have air superiority? Yes, I do have air superiority. It might be because there's one plane too many over there. I'd really like to pair drop in there, because, you know, this is a long walk to get up to their capital. Ulysses falls ill. Of course. Unfortunate. This is also going to give experience to Joshua Graham, which is good. Man, the robots are fast. Now this is going to be a relatively long campaign, again, because of the problematic situation with the distances involved. Oh, we're getting military factories, spending on howitzers. All of it. More ships, I guess, even though we don't have the metal. Pedal to the metal. Okay, we did manage to pair drop in there, and there's a light robots division, but it's not enough. So we can take the capital with a coup de main relatively easily. Then you take the North Maw. Yeah, we've got more robots coming in. We got the North Maw as well. So that's gonna seriously, yeah, hurt them. Very good. And that's actually a port. So we could just ship troops in there. That would be funny. Alrighty then. And now we're gonna destroy all the units that they have, that we have encircled. Research miniguns. Okay. How very nice. Why are you all going there? Okay, now we finish these guys off. Who else? Oh, apparently you. Alright, Culp Creek is the new capital. So now we can encircle all their forces around the new capital. That'd be quite nice. Alright. shit. Bloody motorized. Okay, that's one of the crossings secured. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of all these plans so that I control the troop myself. There we go. Very nice. So we are getting into those provinces. Easy peasy, I say. Okay, let's see if we can handle the rest. Excellent, my friend. Oh crap, they got the crossing again with the robots. So now we're gonna try to deal with the last remaining units over here. Oh, could just take the mall outskirts. That'd be quite nice. Very nice, Sereno. So this means that we can just come around like this. Okay, so that's the end of their... part of their army. Very good. That's what I was hoping to accomplish. Very good. Yeah, as you can see, this war is not costing a lot of casualties, but definitely a lot of time. And they retook the mall, or whatever, but yeah, easy enough to retake it. So we now got the mall outskirts, as well as North Maw, as well as the mall. So most of that Maw territory is dealt with. And we are about to complete a big encirclement, essentially. Okay, he can move up like this and try to cut off as many of the routes of escape as possible. Because these people can escape in some areas, and we wish to avoid that as much as possible. So it's just a race to the north right now. See who can get out before the enemy. And I think we won the race, because our units are faster. So yeah. Now it's the question of dealing with the remnants. There we go. So if we can trap them, that'd be great. Excellent. Overruns happening left, right, and center. So this should be the end of these guys. Very good. And if we can take these last remaining victory points, we're going to be in a fine enough position. I think, to capitulate them. Carcass Wastes. Holy shit. What a great place name. Yeah, you know, where are you going for a stroll today? The Carcass Wastes. Hello? How great. What a great time in the Carcass Wastes. So yeah, now we're dealing with our army. Or what's left of it. Cut them robots. It's making it real difficult on us. Yeah, because the robots are fast too. Like, you know, our units are fast, but the robots are faster. That kind of stuff. Alright, take the Warren, which should be worth, you know, enough points to capitulate them. If Fort Stevens isn't enough. Oh, they got away. Wow. That's quite fast. And there we go. Caught him now. Overrun. Here we go. Got the Warren. Yeah, that's gonna be enough for Port Maw. That's a lot of territory for us. Some free real estate, as they say. Here we go. So that's number 1. Jackals is number 2. Now this should be a whole other deal. Because Jackals, unlike Port Maw, only has a slight amount of territory. And it's in an area with, like, a lot of airfields. So, you know, Air Force gonna be quite useful over here. There we go. We've also got national focus. We forgot to pick a national focus. That's annoying. We are gonna take... We could take the greatest power in the wastes. Because that's gonna give us the ability to take Masters of the Wasteland eventually. Minus 60% justify war goal time. That's only when Kaiser's Legion doesn't exist. Or take the Axis of Evil stuff. But first, we are gonna revive the Federal Reserve. Alright. Next war goal is against the Jackals. Then afterwards, give me war goals on the Vipers and the Sky Reavers. I've also got 150 political power. Any decisions that are important, roll out technology to Scavengers. And we can get an advisor. Calm leader. Oh, American Badass! Division attack and defense on core territory. Don't have that much core territory, actually. So these are the unique NCR. Oh, we've got also Orion Marino, loyal soldier. That's going to give intellectual support. Which might not be too bad to counter the effects of the New World Party. Supply consumption minus 7% though. Also sounds quite good. Yeah, let's go for Colonel Shu. That sounds like a good good pick. Whispers of Hope. Yeah. Ask not what your government can do for you. all that kind of stuff. So now we border Heaven's Gate. And, yeah. We're gonna see what they went for later. They do have an air force, which is hilarious. They've also got troops. Alright, miniguns! Freedom. Okay, you know what we can do? Probably. Basic power armor initiative. Power armor defense. Those techs. Seeing as we do have quite a bit of power armor. Alright, are we in? Yes, we are. Oh boy, look at those units. Those units are going to be relatively easy pickings for our, you know, trained divisions.